This is perfect music. Well, all the cats have been herded. Sitting around the desk, we have Michael Stewart, America's #1 golf course rider, and who reluctantly sat in today.
What am I doing here? I have no clue.
Nobody else knows what they're doing here. Let's bring the chuckle factor in.
All right.
To my left is the beautiful Kira Peterson.
Thank you, Randy.
You know, Kira Untapped. From Florida, we have Betsy Hill.
Ciao, Randy and Michael and Kira and Phyllis.
Well, Phyllis Spielman, we caught at an airport trying to escape this holy mess. From Houston, Texas, Denver, Colorado, on points, who knows? Phyllis Spielman. How are you, Phyllis?
I'm on spot.
On spot.
On spot.
What's that term in movies? Phyllis that works in movies, back to one or something like that?
She thinks she spotted somebody she knows at the airport. Now, what are the odds? You're at the Houston airport and somebody walks by that you know. What are the odds of that? Huh?
Did you have that happen?
I'm like, hey, and the guy's looking at me. What are you doing? You have my luggage, and I'm all waiting with my coat and on the phone talking to you guys, and I'm like, hey, and there's a walk by.
And did he have a man bun?
Michael, do not even get me started about man buns.
See, let me tell you, okay. I'm serious. I was so excited. No, I've been here. I counted like 22 men passing by me. No, not one man bun yet, and they all smell good. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Where am I at?
Is it normal for you to have guys around you with man buns? I don't
Colorado,
know.
I think.
When you go to when you're in LA and Colorado.
What?
Well, yeah, LA and Colorado, it's very liberal.
You do?
Kind of.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's a thing, and if you knew the history of a man bun, does anybody know the history of a man bun?
No.
Are you going back to that Japanese lore?
You're absolutely correct. It symbolized Japanese warriors. Half of these men who wear man buns are so girly looking they probably couldn't pick the crap out of a banana tree.
Okay, now they're supposed to take showers, though, right? I'm just saying.
So they're insulting a man bun then.
No.
I mean, yeah, I could see a Japanese warrior. I could see, some guy who's into martial arts and everything having a man bun, Japanese.
No, I think that. Wait a minute.
That's the point. If you're doing martial arts and you're into it, great. But if you're not, then don't wear a man bun.
Then don't do it. Right.
Just chop it off.
I think the underlying story was that was overseen by this is that Phyllis dates guys that take showers. She likes that.
She wants them to smell good.
Smell good. Be very hygienic. That's all.
She wants them hygienic and smelling good.
Okay.
God.
Well, you're living it. You know what? You're living in the wrong state then.
There's nothing like a Southern man, you guys.
Sorry. Maybe you should head to Texas a little more often, huh?
I know. I definitely know. I'm here. I was telling him. It says no unlicensed firearms allowed. So I'm thinking, okay, that means you can have them. You just have to have a license.
Oh yeah.
So don't piss off anyone.
Yeah, I noticed.
Speaking of firearms, real women carry and carry firearms and shoot, right?
Oh yeah, and they've got them there. The biggest selling gun, it's pearl with the Texas star on it, down in Texas.
Yeah,
for the women.
You know what I'm eyeing?
Yeah.
I'm eyeing a pink gun.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, for breast cancer, right? Yeah. Breast cancer awareness. Boom, boom, boom.
Fight breast cancer by killing someone.
They maybe use that to kill the alligator that I ate today. So.
You ate an alligator today?
Ate an alligator? Well.
Yes. So have any of you ever tasted alligator?
Yes,
no, but that's on my list of things to taste.
There's really not much in the world that I have not, animal that I have really, other than endangered species, there's probably not an animal in the world I have not eaten.
Yeah, well, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, though, arriving at the airport and get going. And then I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, what do you recommend? They're like, alligator. I'm like, wow.
At 10 o'clock in the morning?
I'm in East Texas. It was good though. The parts that were definitely. Maybe it's someone else I know.
Have you had alligator? Was it alligator? Was it alligator jerky? Because a few weeks ago I was in Orlando and I'm driving down the street and my wife says, "Oh, pull over! They've got alligator jerky." And I said, "Are you?" And it's a roadside. It's a guy with a pickup truck, and I'm going. It's 90 degrees out. Are you kidding? You think I'm going to stop and get something that's been sitting out forever? And then afterwards she goes, "No, it was jerky." And I said, "Oh well, it's probably okay then." I don't.
Betsy,
these are deep fried.
Deep fried
like
alligator?
Little, like
nuggets?
Like cow, the cow thingies.
Well, Betsy,
cow pies or what?
Betsy comes from the land of alligators in southern Florida, Betsy. So obviously you must stop by the alligator jerky stands down there. Have you eaten alligator, Betsy?
I don't have to. Yes, I really have eaten gator, and I love gator. It is one of my favorite dishes. And we actually don't have to stop by the roadside stands because we have a friend of ours that actually makes alligator jerky.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. Is it like alligator season there? You know how we have deer season, and do they have like alligator season there? I'm just curious. Seriously.
Yes, actually,
they do.
There is a gator season, but
okay.
I can tell you what they don't have a season on. They do not have a season on varmints in the Everglades. They're having a real problem with like boa constrictors and pythons.
Well, they just killed a 17-foot python. They just killed a 17-foot python. They were showing on the news.
That was like one of those fine establishments we stayed at 2 years ago at the PGA show out in north and west, where they had a sign at the desk: "Please do not walk at night without looking for the pythons," or whatever they were crossing the sidewalk. And I'm like,
I don't. You know, I have an easy. You know, they said the pythons are invading the Florida Everglades, and I've got an easy answer for this. I mean, it's simple. You just have it open. Declare an open season for Bubba and all his friends to go out there with their shotguns and shoot every snake that they can find.
Isn't that what you said, though, Betsy? Isn't that what they're doing, though? Isn't that what you said, open season on varmints?
Open season on snakes.
They have open season down there.
I got news for you. You get all these guys you see in the movies with a pickup truck and 5 guys in the back.
Like in Waterboy. Yeah. Like in Waterboy.
5 guys in the back hanging off the edge on a pickup truck, all with shotguns, whipping down these, in the
Or
Everglades.
like Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I love those guys.
I do too. Yeah. So
okay,
right.
no, we used to go hog hunting at lunch when I was in school. I'm just saying.
Hey, I've been on a hog hunt down in Florida. I'm telling you, that's a whole nother show we're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
I went out a man and came back a woman. That's all I can tell you about that one. Somebody asked me to marry him, and it was only in the first 13 minutes. But they found out I wasn't his wife or his mother, and it didn't qualify. So, anyway, my cousin.
That would be Louisiana.
No, I think it was down by Fort Pierce.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely Louisiana, man.
No, I ain't been right since. It's just, I'll tell you what, I got a new appreciation for men with man buns,
Okay.
He got buns on his ass. That's the problem.
Let's bring it up to a higher level.
No, we're going to be coming back in a minute, Betsy. We got to get. No, we don't have an advertiser now, but we're going to try to fill it.
All right.
We'll be right back, and Kira's going to tell us about
pineapples.
Pineapples?
Pineapples.
What do we do with pineapples?
Make trees.
Make trees.
Christmas trees.
See, I can't even talk about what I've heard about pineapples.
We'll be right back on the Live.
I made a Christmas tree out of wine bottles before. Does that count?
I'm glad I can't hear them.
Just tune them down.
We'll be right back. Coffee and Tidbits.
Oh, Lordy.
I think Phyllis is going to define why we cut the content of caffeine for our children. We're coming back now with Coffee and Tidbits. We have Michael Stewart, America's #1 golf course writer, and basically the authority on caffeine.
Now,
Trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia, yeah.
Well, but I'm not coming back unless you have either Bailey's or Kahlua as a sponsor.
What about amaretto?
For amaretto? Anything for coffee. because coffee without that is just.
Did you hear Phyllis? What about? I need coffee.
Coffee right
Hey, you're
now.
at the airport.
Like,
You're at the airport. You got to go to one of those bars, get some coffee with Kahlua. There you go.
Yeah, if you wouldn't run, you could find. They have Starbucks every 15 feet in an airport. I mean,
you would think. And get this, I am over here, so I go up to the guy.
The voice of desperation, Phyllis Billman, looking for coffee.
Yes. And so I had to settle for Red Bull, and I'm like, really, guys? I really need some coffee.
Listen to her.
Did they have man buns?
You can't even understand her. We're gonna have to slow this. We're gonna have to slow this down just to see what the hell she's saying. Yeah. Hi, I'm Phyllis Spielman.
It's just like Cheetah
I'm in
Rebecca.
Houston. I'm out of Denver. I'm the guy from Denver. Hi. I need a cup of coffee. No, you don't, really. You need a rubber band to snap out of it. So, okay. Sitting to my left is Mike. Shut up, Phyllis. God. Just hit the red button. Take a pause. Take a breath. You gotta. Okay, listen to her.
Kahlua.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael.
Yes.
You had some
What? Yes.
You had some topical items. We did the tidbits.
Well, we're talking about coffee and so I brought some topical stuff.
It's
here,
either tidbits or bits of tits. I don't know what it is.
I have some trivia.
Okay.
Well, I would make a
God.
comment, but my comment is X-rated, so I can't.
Now, I'm going to tell you, Phyllis just changed her voice. Did you hear that? Sound a lot like Betsy.
X-rated?
There she's back again. God. Michael,
Okay, well,
go.
something to go with your alligator would be some coffee. Did you know coffee, and this is just some trivia, coffee was first known in Europe as Arabian wine.
I never knew that.
No kidding.
Being a barista for 5 years, you think I would know that?
The Arabs are generally...
Michael,
yes?
do you know what the most expensive coffee in the world is and what it is made from?
Yeah, it's
from
blue.
cats.
It's down in Jamaica, isn't it? Blue.
It's cats.
The kind I haven't tried yet.
I'll give you a hint. What it is made from flies around on big wings, and they're located in caves, and the coffee is from Indonesia.
Bats.
Yes.
Guano or guano or what?
Yes.
They make it out of bat poop?
Did you say Kahlua?
I said
Phyllis.
coffee.
I'm still on Kahlua.
Coffee.
I need a cup of coffee.
Poop? Okay. All right. No, I don't want to go there. I don't even want to think about it.
I'm a big actress. I can get coffee anywhere I want.
All right. Here's another piece of trivia.
I need it.
The Arabs are generally believed to be the first to brew coffee.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
And the first, the first Parisian, I guess that's Paris, right?
Yeah,
Parisian cafe opened in 1689.
Wow.
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 Milk as an additive to coffee became popular in the 1680s when a French physician recommended that cafe au latte.
Cafe au lait.
Olay, is that what it is? Okay. Be used for medicinal purposes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes, see what happens when you don't have coffee right now? I need it for medicinal purposes.
Do you know who the first person they served back in 1689 at that Parisian
It was
cafe?
Phyllis.
Phyllis, yeah. It was her great-great-great-great-grandmother. She hasn't left yet. Because if you came in there the first day, it was unlimited, fills.
Still there.
And
she's still
buy one,
hanging
get the
around.
rest of your life and generations free. And Phyllis has just been torquing this stuff into her. Yeah, put a
Yes.
tourniquet on the left arm, pump it in.
Along with the Kahlua.
Gosh.
Huh? Kahlua on one vein, coffee on the other.
Yeah. There you go, baby. Call me Coffee and Kahlua. I'm ready for you. Put me on the rocks, and I'm ready to go. Oh, my God. Betsy Hill, you said something that was very curious to us, Betsy. Betsy?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Betsy?
Yes.
Well,
What did I say?
she said that there were certain things that she couldn't say because her son might be listening to the show. What is that, Betsy? What were you saying?
I'm not. I'll send it to you in a private message.
I'm
thought-
listening.
Nope, not going to say it.
Phyllis is everywhere.
Come on, Betsy.
She could fly to Florida or she could run to Florida and by running there based on their caffeine intake right now.
Not going to tell you.
But I'm bringing a bat for those snakes.
What the hell is that?
Just saying.
A bat for snakes.
Randy, whenever I arrive in my suitcase, I have a little bat. It's for all those little vermin y'all were talking about. Yep.
Phyllis, when you were on your sixth husband and they found your suitcase, did you ever wonder why they didn't show up at the
I'm
room?
not the only one that gets picked on.
God. So, Kira, tell us about Christmas trees made out of pineapples.
Yeah.
Or in Bid-Tits, it's pineapples.
Pineapples are the new holiday decoration.
I got those vowels wrong. It's not pineapples.
Pineapple.
Pineapples.
Pineapple.
Very cold pineapples.
Kira, I have
Yes.
a piece of trivia for you.
Okay.
Do you know what the pineapple in Southern culture is a symbol of?
Fertility.
Oh, no.
God,
No.
Joanne just told me this morning. It was about welcoming. It's like a welcome.
Hospitality.
I knew it.
Wow.
That's-
You earned 50 points. Good deal.
Woo!
That's why so many hotels have the
Pineapples.
in Hawaii have the pineapple as their symbol.
Is that right?
Did you know
I did
that
not know.
pineapples
Yes.
are also an aphrodisiac?
Right?
Yes, I do.
I heard that, Kara.
I want. Okay. I'm waiting to hear how you can hang a pineapple from a tree.
Well, no, you
Decorate a Christmas tree with a pineapple. I want to hear this. Put that little, those little hooks into the top of a pineapple.
Could you show us how to lick a pineapple, please?
How does that work?
Okay.
That's just great. We have a pineapple that's welcoming, an aphrodisiac, and hangs by a tree.
And doesn't drink coffee, so Phyllis is good. Go ahead. Kira.
Okay.
So pineapples with the leaves and stuff, you put them with ornaments and lights, and then you can put sunglasses or.
So you make that your tree.
Yeah, like what?
Oh,
Okay,
looks
now
like Carmen
or
Miranda.
yes,
Looks like Carmen Miranda.
You know, showing a picture on radio really works well.
Yeah, that.
You know.
It's a cheap Christmas.
Yeah.
Basically, she's showing me a picture of a pineapple with sunglasses.
Yes, and ornaments on the top.
You know, strangely, it looked a lot like Phyllis.
Well, that's a Florida. That's a Florida accent.
Hey, I'm incognito here.
Yeah, I'm
And
a
I
very
do have
famous
my mask
actress.
on.
I'm Phyllis Spielman. Give me a goddamn cup of coffee. Jesus. God.
You know, speaking of coffee,
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
so when I was in Morocco last summer, and
And she was looking for the coffee.
What a frickin' name dropper. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Fun.
Morocco.
That's some bullshit right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We're off on the road to Morocco.
They go around and give everyone those little bitty, little bit of coffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so by the fourth day, I'm probably one of the last ones to get the coffee. And I noticed, though,
I doubt that, but go
someone
ahead.
else- no, listen. Someone else put their cup back on there, and the guy put it back in the container.
Can you
And I was
finish this
like,
in 10 seconds?
More like
Yep.
nobody else is going to get any coffee
No.
once she gets it.
And she's learning her line.
No, I'm not gonna-
Play it again,
Yeah.
Sam. Play it again,
Yeah.
I
Sam.
think you're all on.
I think she's going to go get either coffee with Kahlua or she's going to get something, a pineapple drink
Yeah.
next. Yeah.
There is. You can't get a word in.
I think
And
I
then I'll
might
tell
be
you,
getting a pineapple
and then
drink.
I'll tell you why drinkers should hit the gym.
We're leaving now, and we're going to come back with words from wisdom from Betsy Hill. One.
Oh, that's a cute little. It looks like a female pineapple.
She doesn't stop the whole break. She didn't know that we were on air. You put it on, the music comes in. Most people just shut their goddamn mouth, but no. Phyllis. I'm a star.
I sent her the picture of the pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, along with Betsy.
Yes, it's so cute. I'm like, aw. Can I have that?
You don't know what the leg lamp was coming from?
Okay, hold on. We're
That's
gonna
from
have
the
a
movie,
quiz
yeah.
here. Betsy.
Yes.
All right.
Have you ever seen a movie with a leg lamp in it? Well, that's not a tough question.
I don't even want to answer that because the answer is no.
Oh, come on. Yes, you have. I guarantee you have.
Do you pull the little thing in that comes on?
Do you see what Phyllis? You give her a little fried alligator, and her brain deteriorates. The four last good cells we have are shot. Are you,
It was that pineapple, man.
Michael?
It's that Christmas movie you can't get away from.
Yeah.
It's like on live, like
It's on
Tuesday.
every 2 seconds.
They have a whole day on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day that's
but
on
they just play
24/7.
that. They
I've
just
never
play that
seen
movie.
it. I've never seen it.
With Darren McGavin and what's it? Peter Billingsley, I think it is, and
Yeah.
It's a Christmas story.
It's a Christmas story.
Yeah, Betsy.
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
He's got this lamp. He brings it home and he
Wait a minute. Betsy's chirping up now. Go, okay, Betsy, what?
That's way before my time.
Yeah, they're talking about the Red Ryder BB gun in 1955.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But basically, Betsy, it was a movie shot later. So 20 never mind.
Nope.
I haven't seen it either. So
You haven't seen it either, Karen?
Nope.
Oh,
It's supposed to be on live on
you
Fox
can't
this
not
week.
see it. It's on so
Do you know what movies she hasn't seen?
Oh,
We talk about this all the
you know
time.
what?
She has not seen Caddyshack.
Oh my god.
Kira has not seen Caddyshack.
Oh my god.
She has not seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Nope.
She has not seen Christmas Story, or this.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's seen Christmas Vacation.
Nope.
And she's not seen where.
Just put me on blast, okay?
No, I mean we're gonna
Talk
we're gonna
about
tromp
leading
all
a
over.
sheltered life.
I'm glad she's part of a media company.
My Lord.
But
I'll
she,
broaden my horizons.
I know. We love Kira. Have you seen in those movies, Betsy?
No, I have not.
See, I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. You guys can't put me on blast, but not Betsy.
I'm glad someone else is taking the heat.
Phyllis, have you seen those movies before?
Are you kidding? Chevy Chase? Oh yeah, and you got and the little ball they go, or the little gopher in Caddyshack. You gotta see it.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well,
My God.
At least she knows.
We have it esteemed. Go ahead, Michael. Do you have any more trivia? Aren't you glad you came for this? Michael used to have a career in broadcasting as America's number one golf course rider.
Here,
Yeah, it's all been wiped
Oh,
away.
hey, I tell you what, I got one since. Hey, Phyllis, since you're sitting there looking at crowds,
I'll guarantee you she's not sitting.
It's running around.
No, I'm standing up.
There you
Okay,
go.
since you're there at the airport and you're this is something, and you're sitting there at the bar. This is something you might, This is from livescience.com. Alcohol is known to impair people's judgment, but downing a beer may actually enhance one's ability to recognize certain emotions. Okay? Here was a test done. A study of 60 people ages 18 to 50 drank a regular beer that contained alcohol, and then the other control group drank non-alcoholic beer. Okay, what happens after about 30 minutes of drinking beer, and the ones not drinking beer, they started to experience the effects. The researchers showed the participants pictures of faces representing the 6 basic emotions: fear, sadness, disgust, happiness, anger, and surprise, and asked them to identify which emotion each face represented. It turns out that people who were given beer, regular beer, recognized the expression of happiness much more than those who drank the non-alcoholic beer.
Because they were so happy drinking beer.
It's a good thing I had a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Right before her 18 cups of coffee.
Now, okay, here's the other thing. Since you're actually drinking the alcoholic stuff, the people that drank the alcohol were actually more interested in viewing sexually explicit images.
Wow.
Okay, now that just has to deal with the pineapples conversation this morning. You know, it's Kara's fault for
Betsy.
putting
Betsy.
back in there.
Betsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us about your inner thoughts when you drink beer, Betsy.
Bloody Mary.
I'm a wino.
Really? Are you a red wino or a white wino?
She's just a wino in general. Right? Right,
I'm
Betsy?
a wino in general, but I'm a snob, so it better be good.
Oh, my God. My God.
Oh no, I'm just like, hey, give me a Bloody Mary, but I need some bacon in
You
it.
gotta go to Milwaukee at
Yeah.
Wicked Hops. They have the best Bloody Marys, and they give you a chaser of beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Phyllis will be here in
In
about
the
10 minutes.
They are
serve-
known for their Bloody Marys.
I'm not an alcoholic. It's just, when you're in an airport and,
There's not much to do. You gotta drink.
And yep. And you're looking around and you're just like, your senses are heightened because everyone's
Right.
clean. They're, they're hygienic. They're,
God,
they have nice
jeez.
haircuts.
It's about men that bathe. This is
Yeah.
this episode is
And
men that bathe,
And don't have man buns.
man buns.
And don't
And-
have, man, I had to go to the restroom, put on my lipstick and go, hi.
Betsy?
Well, she's got to get her hair really
Betsy?
big. If she's in Texas, you got to have really
the bigger
big
the
hair.
Betsy?
hair,
Yeah.
the bigger the hair.
Bigger the
Betsy?
hair, yeah.
Betsy?
Exactly.
Yes.
so bad.
Does your husband bathe when you're in the boat? Does he dive off the back? How do you bathe when you're? I can barely hear you, Betsy. Hello?
The answer is yes, of course he does.
Oh.
Okay, once a month or once a week or what?
Right.
Every day.
Oh, awesome.
Exactly. It's not like a double standard here. I mean,
Phyllis has a real rigid. I think we all do. I think Phyllis is just. I think she's had some problems. You know what? This has been fun. I'm not exactly sure. Betsy, the highlight of this show was what would be your highlight from this show?
Was Phyllis.
Man buns.
Yeah. Under the heading, the show is going to be titled "Phyllis Will Kill Us" for a cup of coffee.
Really sweet.
You are not sweet.
I'm really sweet.
You have to stop texting me at 2:30 in the morning, Phyllis. What? Bat Guano provides the best coffee.
Yeah.
You know, we featured coffee coming from cats, those mirror cats, whatever it was, the most expensive coffee, all that. So I guess if you want really good coffee, find a cat that craps really good stuff and a bat that. We're done with this.
Yeah.
I thought that you said a cat that craps. I was like, what?
We will send you the notes for you to study. The show was provided for 18 and older on the Live EcoStyle Network.
No kidding, yeah.
Disclaimer.
It had Michael Stewart. He's running out the door.
Oh, God.
Kira Peterson running behind him.
Get my
Betsy
name,
Hill jumping off the back of the boat.
This,
And Phyllis Spielman looking for her next 12 heavily caffeinated products. Served preferably to her by nobody with a man bun. That showers.
Yeah.
I pity the poor foo that she runs into at this wedding. She doesn't shut up. She just continues. You hit that red button on the back of her neck, and you got to take the batteries out to get her to quit.
Oh, my God.
We'll talk to you later.
Oh, she'll be going. When we pick this up, the next show, she'll be right there, ready to go.
Yep.
And caught a breath.
Okay.
We'll do the extended version. It'll go for 4 days.
I guarantee where I'll be at, though.
Y'all have fun.
Don't ask me that.
You just keep going.
Let's see how long she goes.
Yeah, a few days, we'll pick you up. Yeah.